Alright, what's up guys, it's Mitch or Deity, and today's video is something that a ton of people keep requesting, but I don't want to make it a part of the normal guide, and it is going to be the Forge Your Epic Gear Season 2. So this isn't going to be part of the guide, it'll be good for you guys that are new now, and if this is there on your screen when you start. But the problem is, people are going to be watching the guides I'm making 4 months from now, and this will not be a part of their guide or part of their game. So I have 7,295 points saved up already. Hopefully you guys did click participate. So in order to get this going, you need to click participate and it'll start checking your points. So this is going to be which piece of gear to get as a newer player, someone who doesn't have a ton of gear. My suggestion is, the thing with this event is, yes, you can go and craft a pen set piece or an injury or counter piece if that is what you're specifically needing. As a new player, though, you need everything. And my suggestion is doing a speed set crit damage necklace, a speed set attack percent ring, or a speed set main stat speed boot, because those are going to be the most universal pieces that you can use on literally everyone. So you're going to get the most value out of doing that in terms of being able to gear more characters. Now, if I wasn't going to do speed set, so I'm going to give you a couple options and you will have to pick for yourself. The next two best things I would do would be pen set. Pen set, I would say, is worth doing because you will not be farming Katie's very much. So for doing pen set, it is definitely worth it to get a pen set main stat boot with perfect offensive subs. So you would pick pen set, pick main speed boot, and then you're going to do attack percent, crit chance, crit damage, and then it's up to you whether you do flat attack for the last stat or HP percent or defense percent. So there's a lot of different ways your boot could look. But that would be one piece I would make if you do a crit, or you can do the same things for speed that you do for pen set. And those would be my suggestion. Anyone who's doing a lifesteal piece, a counter piece, early on their account, yeah, that piece will, anything you get from this will be usable. I'll just say that right now. If you do decide to do a piece, as long as you do it right, you're golden. But if you get a piece and you just make it mediocre, something that you're going to be getting all the time anyway, it's not going to be great. The thing with speed set is, yes, you're going to be getting it all the time, but it'll be usable in most characters. Counter set, I wouldn't do because you're going to end up farming Banshee, and you're not going to, one piece of counter isn't going to allow you to build a character early game right away. Like, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, ooh, counter set from ML Landy. You can do that. The thing with this, as long as you do your piece right, you are golden. So I am going to do speed set on my account though, and I am going to take a speed main stat boot. It's in my opinion, this is what I'm taking on my main account too, because my speed boots suck. So the thing is, we are going to be converting boots though, with our blue conversion boxes as new players. So if you're watching this, you can also do a crit damage neck. If you do crit damage neck on speed set or pen set, you're going to go attack percent, crit chance, speed, and then a combination of flat attack, HP percent, or defense percent. Defense percent or HP percent will make the piece higher gear score. You'll get more value out of it. But if you're putting it on a sole damage dealer, the flat attack will give you more damage out of it, and it will be a max flat attack roll. So you have to decide there if you want the piece to be like stronger, but for more characters, you can do HP defense percentage as your last one, and otherwise you will do flat attack. So if you're making a necklace for, I don't know, last piece Corinne, for example, and you're trying to do pen set, you'll do 17 speed total. You'll have 19% attack, I believe. You'll have 6 crit chance, and then your last one will be flat attack because she does not need any bulk stats. You want her as fast as possible, doing as much damage as possible. But a unit like Zahak, if you're going to be making a piece for Zahak, then you might want to do HP percent or defense percent to give him a little bit more survivability. That's up to you, though. You could also do flat attack on Zahak, too, though, just to get a little bit more out of his opening S3 damage. But for the sake of the guide, I think I'm going to just do speed main stat boots. This is just going to be the piece that you can use on the most amount of characters. So in terms of main stat, we're going to go ahead and select speed. And then for our subs, we are going to do attack percent, crit damage, crit chance, and I am going to do flat attack for mine. So this piece Since you get to pick where the rolls are going, this will be this flat attack. We will never touch it. So we will confirm it from here. So attack percent, crit chance, crit damage on speed main stat boots. This is exactly how your piece would look if you were doing a pen set boot too. So a pen set boot is good value because it allows you, if you were to get one other fast pen set piece by doing a pen boot with speed main stat, if you get one other pen piece with 20 speed, you can then have a very, very fast pen character later. So doing a pen necklace, the bad thing is you then have to get a pen boot or another pen piece with a lot of speed. So getting the boot with perfect subs just opens you up to where on a 2-set piece like pen set, you'll be fine. But for speed set, this piece, it just has so much value. But if I were to reset it now, reset, you'll go back to selection page and the enhanced count will all be returned to you. You sure you want to reset? I don't know how many times you can reset this. I'm scared to reset it. All right, I'm going to reset it just for the sake of this guide. Crafting progress has been set reset. I think you do it permanently. So if you were going to do a crit damage necklace though, then this is what it would look like. So going into crit damage necklace, you would do attack. Wait, no, sorry. For the main set, you'll do crit damage. The most efficient piece you can make from this is for new players. I shouldn't even talk about it. The most efficient piece you can make would be a crit chance piece on like destruction set. That's the most stat you can get. But for just the sake of this guide, we are going to be trying to get pieces that we can use right away and get the most value out of. So going into this is what your piece will look like. Attack percent, crit chance, speed. And then for the last stat, if you wanted to do full damage, you can do attack percent. I think if you're doing a necklace like this, it is best to do either defense or HP percent. So if I'm going to be using on Spectre Tenebria, she gets more value out of a defense percent because she has higher base. So if you're making this for a specific character in mind, then you need to look at her stats and see which one is going to give you the best you can get out of it. But if I were to do a crit damage neck, this is probably what I would come up with for the crit damage speed set neck. Next up, we are going to go ahead and show what the ring would look like. So going into the ring, if you were, I would not worry about doing HP percent for right now. Like say if you're trying to get a Soul Weaver piece, it is not worth it because Soul Weavers and tanks can work on less quality gear than your damage dealers. So, and your tanks are going to end up on your gear that doesn't roll perfectly usually, because the way the game works is you roll gear usually chasing speed when you're farming Wyvern. And if your pieces don't roll speed but roll heavy into HP, defense, effect resist, but aren't rolling, or like say it rolls into speed twice and then rolls into defense or HP percent, that's going to end up going on one of your tanks or Soul Weavers. So and it's not going to be the greatest piece ever, most likely, but it will work for a while. So if you're going to be doing this, I would always go with an offensive piece because having a solid core damage dealer is amazing. So getting good pieces for your Aiden, your Spectre Tibria, if you have Green Landy, there's a ton of characters. Those are just what you're going to have at the beginning. So this is what the ring would look like though. Then we want attack percent. Oh wait, it did attack. So if you're gonna do this, then you're gonna want crit damage, crit chance, speed, and then for the last one, again, either defense or HP percent is going to give you the most stat out of this, because flat attack never is that great as a sub roll, unless you're going full focus damage. So you can either do this, or I would personally do one of these two because this is a piece. Again, I would do defense percent or HP percent. So if this ring is going to go on like a Green Landy style character, you do want a little survivability, just like Stene, but Green Landy would benefit more, I believe, from HP percent versus defense percent. Either one you go with this, you're going to be fine. It's not a big deal. So it's going to work out no matter how you do it. So this is what your ring would look like if you were to do the ring, either one of these variations. If you want to go full damage, go full damage. Just don't put any of your rolls into the flat attack. So now going back, we are going to reset again. I'm going to show you what your pen pieces would look like. If you are trying to chase a specific piece, say you're not super new, then if you're trying to chase a specific piece, it's still best to go for either like two pretty good value pieces. A lot of the time would be injury with crit chance main stat and high HP. If you're going for pieces for APOC Ravi, then you can do HP percent with, all right, so let's say you're making a penetration ring for APOC Ravi. This is something that's really high value. And A Ravi is a character who's just been meta for a long time, and you can abuse her, especially if you get her as a new player. You can just abuse other people, and even as a later player, you can continue to abuse her. So if you're going to be doing a Ravi ring, then this is what your A Ravi ring would look like. You would be looking at crit damage, crit chance, defense, speed. This is what your A Ravi piece would look like if you were making a ring for her. So if you were to be, and then if you're doing an attack penetration ring, you would be doing the exact same as the attack speed set ring. So resetting this, any one of, like, just last thing, I'll show one more. Any one of the combos of pen set or speed set is going to be fantastic for you. You're going to get the most value out of those sets, because that's what almost all your damage shields are going to be used on. If you want to go counter, you can get a crazy counter piece with high gear score, but as a new player, I don't think you'll get as much value out of that for a long time. Same with, I would not go crit set. Don't worry about crit set, because most of the characters that you use crit set on would benefit more from penetration or torrent. You could go for a torrent piece on this, but I do not suggest it as a new player. Torrent gear is pretty rare. It's not going to be something you farm just like pen set very much. You might end up farming KDs for like a week, but it's just a super slow process to farm that as a new player. So I would not really advise going for any of this, because you do get a free torrent set that usually ends up pretty good from Labyrinth. You'll have that by day 30 usually. And then pen set is, it's good on so many characters. So to finish up the guide, or to finish up whatever this is, I don't even know what this video is, if a guide or not, but I would personally take speed set as a new player of any combination of that I just showed you, the crit damage neck, the ring, or the boots. Any one of those is going to be good on your account forever. But if you are going to go from a different one of these, I'll just say, if I didn't cover what you're wanting to do in this video, just make sure you know what you're doing. You can ask me in Discord. The Discord link's down, pinned to the top of the comments. So just ask me in Discord what you're going to be doing, and I'll give you the best combination of subs you can get for it. So I'm going to go ahead and start this piece, though, to wrap up the video. So like I said, I'm doing the boots because there are so many characters that if you have a gold or a super solid pair of boots, then you are just set to build that character. So what I'm going to be doing with this, though, in terms of your upgrades, I think I kind of covered that, but I'll at least talk about the boots, how I'm going to upgrade it. So I'm going to do I'm going to do defense. I'll do HP percent. These boots are probably going to go in Spectre Snebria on the new account, but HP percent, just in case I have Landy, it'll give me options. I think more characters, so mages are generally going to benefit from defense percent more. All other characters will benefit from HP percent more besides tanks. So, but tanks you're not going to be building with attack like this. So let's just go ahead. This is going to be the piece that we're going to take. And then for our upgrades, this right here, you can do 3 upgrades of each kind. So this one I'm going to do at least 2 into attack, 2 into crit chance, and 1 into crit damage. So with this, I'll have a good mix of stats. One thing you can do is you can go 3 into crit chance on this too. That is a very good strategy, because then it makes it to where you do not need as much crit chance on all your other pieces. It's very, very nice. So another strat you can do, never mind, I won't talk about that. I was going to say go full crit damage, use a crit chance neck, but that is super hard to do as a new player, because all of your pieces are going to have some crit chance rolled in. So you're going to be over crit chance cap, where you can only get 100 crit chance. So I wouldn't worry about trying to do the crit damage one. But once you get here, you won't put any into your HP percent, though. It'll all, I'm thinking I'm going to go 2-2-1, just to have a very balanced piece with super high gear score. So to start out, though, I'm just going to go straight into attack. And one thing with this is you can only upgrade 1 time per day. So the sooner you start this, the better. If you look, we have 55 days left of the event. That's a long time. And it takes 20 days to fully upgrade it. So you have time to decide if you want to wait and see what characters you get and what kind of gear you get for a month. You can wait a whole month and you still have 25 days left to pick and finish this whole thing. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to start this right away. There's 55 days. The sooner you get the piece, I mean, you're going to be able to use a super strong piece, which is amazing. But don't feel rushed on this at all. You have a ton of time. But that's all I got for this video. Hopefully this covered a lot of what you guys were asking. I had it's the most requested thing for me to cover in this new player guide, but the problem is it's not part of the new player guide. But that's all I got for this video. The Wyvern part of the guide will be out later, so watch out for that. But that's all I got. Thanks for watching. It's been Mr. Deity, and I will see you all in the next video, the Wyvern 13 guide. Peace out.